Hey there, I'm Erica, the YouTuber, and I'm Erica, the blogger. And today we're going to tell you about our top resources for new college instructors since the new semester has begun. Now, if you don't want to miss on future content, go ahead and click subscribe below. And also, if you want access to the blog newsletter and resource library, I have a link for that as well to get access to that too. Now, the bulk of this first resource is in the blog, which is why I'm talking about it, but it's called Successful Start, Designing Your First Week of Class. And so actually just recently I had a video where I did an overview of all the material in the series and in the workbook. And so I'll link that below if you want an overview of those tips. But basically here, it's a free workbook over 60 pages that you can find in my resource library with all my free resources. And it has 5 sections: creating your syllabus, creating your course schedule, thinking about icebreakers, your major assignments, and a student self-assessment for week 1. And so for each of those topics, I have a blog post and a video that goes along with it, as well as a step-by-step process of how to create them in the free workbook. Just for some extra context about the videos in Successful Start, they're mainly about my actual experiences doing these activities and how my students responded to them. So it's more of, hey, this is what actually happened when I created them, versus the blog posts are more, here's how you actually do them and ideas for them. So you'll find a blog post and the workbook in the blog, but then the videos, of course, are in the YouTube channel, along with that overview video as well. But moving on from that, I also recommend looking at the playlist in this channel in order to figure out where you should get started and looking at my advice that I have on here. So the key one I would say is the one that's for new college instructors. Start here. I literally have a playlist that's called that. And so those have ones that I always think about, like, you know what, if you're really starting from scratch, you should really watch this video. And that's when I added to that category, though you also find them in other categories as well. So I recommend that one to start with, but I do have playlists about high flex teaching, playlists about creating videos if you want to do video lessons in your online or high flex or even face-to-face course, an icebreaker playlist. So I do recommend going through my playlist page and seeing, hey, which ones really appeal to you, which ones do you need the most. Similar to the playlist, I have categories on the blog. And so if you go to the sidebar and you click the categories list, then you'll see, for example, the category of teaching with technology, if you're interested in ones about online and hybrid and high flex teaching. I have one about teaching tips more generally, teacher life blog post, ones that are about teacher tools and resources. So you can go ahead and click the category that most interests you and look through all the blog posts that I've connected to that category. There is overlap, but you can definitely see, okay, which one interests you the most to start with, and then go from there. Now, if I had to choose just one resource from my channel, then I would probably choose the EdTech tutorials playlist, the one that's only EdTech specific, because I feel that right now, you might want to be using some of these really easy and free tools that can have really big effects in your classroom, but maybe you don't know how to use them, you don't know what's out there, you don't know ideas for how to actually implement them. So personally, I recommend that playlist, in addition to the one that's about for new instructors. But the EdTech one is one I feel like you can just look through and say, oh yeah, Kahoot, I want to use that. Let me see the tutorial. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about Paradeck or Mentimeter. Let me watch that one. So I think that one can be really helpful for you for, the aspect of, right now with the online and the hybrid and high flex teaching. On a similar vein, if you've never used Canvas before, I have a tutorial series about Canvas specifically that can also be very helpful if you're new to that tech in specific. And for me, my top resource other than Successful Start, of course, is my blog post titled 10 Teaching Tips for the New College Instructor. It's one of my longer posts, and it has a lot of great tips for you if you're completely new to teaching college courses. So I'll link that one below as well, so you can read it on your own time. If you like this kind of style video, click like below to let me know to get more creative in future ones, and subscribe again if you want to make sure not to miss out on any future content. And comment below if you have any questions for us.